my viewers, my listeners. I say good morning, depending your location. Say good evening, I say good afternoon. Thank you once again for being with us. This is Jessil Oyinronwe-Ezeako, your regular online host of Marriage Lesson 316. There is another important lessons that we have to share because marriage is good, but I've seen thousands, both on social media, both offline, who are saying marriage is not good. But the Bible says there's a saying that says when abuse is inevitable. When purpose is not known, abuse is what? Inevitable. If you don't know the purpose of marriage, and you don't know your role in marriage, and you don't know the skills required for you to enter marriage, you will abuse it. Just like a computer. Garbage in, garbage out. You can't be looking for an information you did not input or save in your computer. It is what you have configured, what you have saved in your computer is what it can be able to give you. So in 1912, though the popular film that many of us knew, the Titanic, in 1912, a powerful ship was built. And on the 1912, he took his journey from UK to America. But that ship never got to destination. Not only, thousands of lives were lost. And the engineer, when they were asking him before that journey, he made a mistake, which I call a blunder. He said, not even God can sink the Titanic. And I will not tell you that it's God that sank the Titanic, no. But I've studied some of the causes, some of the errors, some of the mistakes, some of the things that happens in that journey with the crew, with the captains that brought about the sinking of that Titanic. And I want to relate it to what is happening in our marriage. Why so many marriages are sinking today. No marriage just sink overnight. Even I have seen marriage between two responsible young man and a lady. I've seen it. In fact, I do tell people that even that you married a Christian, a God-fearing, it's not a guarantee that your marriage will work. If you are not ready to put the necessary skill and effort that will make that marriage work. God can show you a principle. God can show you an idea. God can give you a rule. But God will not come to play or put that rule to work for you. It is you. So many people receive revelations. I know of a young man. We were once youth together, and the pastor told him, I said, I saw you. You are going to be a great man. In fact, where I'm seeing you, your families, nobody from your family will see your back. As I'm telling you, this prophecy came up almost 20 years ago. The young man is not a graduate as at now. The young man is still finding his feet. What happened? Immediately received that revelations. The thing entered his head. The man that gave him revelation failed to tell him, for this thing to come to pass, this is what you need to do. He stopped. He said school is a scam. Like some of your musicians will tell you that school is a scam. But most of them that is telling you scheme is a scam. I don't know how, that Naira Marley is a master holder. And these are some of the people that you may look at them, they say school is a scam, a master holder. Your popular Davido graduated from Bangkok University. I don't know, for somebody to come graduate from Bangkok University, which you know is a very costly private university. But sometimes they make some comments, or because you see how they lavish money, but you fail to think marriage is good. But when you don't put the necessary effort, that marriage will sink. According to research, number one thing that affected the Titanic, the sinking, and caused them to lose so many lives was because they have insufficient lifeboat. Insufficient lifeboat. I can't remember. When I remember next, I will tell you. I can't remember actually the number of passengers that were in that ship. And the lifeboat they have is not up to the 1/10 of the passengers they have. That shows what? Lack of preparation. Maybe overconfidence. Overconfidence, which is the same thing that's happened to so many of our young ladies. I am built backward. I am built chestward. What men are looking for is a big bomb. And that is because that is why they concentrate on building their bombs and even inflating their breasts, failing to prepare. In marriage, not having essential tools like communication skill, conflict resolution strategy can lead to a breakdown in relationship during tough times. It is important. It is important. You must prepare. You must prepare. One of the ways to prepare is that you must learn the things. You must learn the skills. You must learn the tools. The Bible said in the book of Proverbs, it says, a soft answer pacified an angry heart. You must know how to communicate. So many young ladies say they dated or they courted, but the period, the opportunity they should be using to discuss important things, getting to know each other better, they are gallivanting, moving from one fast food, from one restaurant, from one club to the other. That is not preparation. Imagine the ship of that magnitude couldn't boast of lifeboat of even for 1/10 of their passenger. It shows lack of preparation. If you don't prepare well before entering marriage, if you don't prepare well even while in marriage, when tough times comes, you may lack the capacity, you may lack the strength, you may lack the skill or the knowledge to handle it. The same thing goes. You keep hearing people saying, I had a man, even though I don't buy his thoughts completely. He said, he mentioned people that he doesn't help. He said, one of them is a man that runs to me, my wife will deliver tomorrow, please. I don't have hospital bill. He said, pregnancy does not come by mistake, and pregnancy is a journey of 9 months. He said, if you are not able to prepare for the birth for 9 months, he said, I can't help you. I don't buy it fully, but there's sense in it. Let it be said that you are planning for safe delivery, and eventually it's an operation of CS. And the money you have is not up to. It's a different thing. In other words, it means that you prepared, but the unforeseen circumstances made it that he was unable. So preparation is important. Are you single? Prepare. Are you single? Prepare. Are you married? Prepare. The other few days ago, I was telling my wife, I said very soon, we will start saving some kind of money, because in less than 2-3 years, I should be expecting one of my daughter to be entering university. Let it not be said that admission comes while you were begging for money and they say the admission passed. At least you should be able to have something on ground. Number 2, findings. Why the Titanic sank. Overspeeding on icy water. Overspeeding on icy water. We are moving too fast without caution, and that is dangerous. In marriage, rushing through important discussions or discussion without considering potential consequences can lead to misunderstanding and conflict. Why the rush? For those that are yet to be married, why the rush? A guy came today and proposed. The guy has not met. Instead of you to take your time, before you know it, you have given your yes. Only for you to enter, you will be hearing, he lied to me. I didn't know him. That's because you didn't want to know him. If you have taken time, you would have known him. I was discussing with a lady today. She was telling me, I made mention of COVID. I said the COVID period united some couples and at the same time ended some marriage. He said, I am one of those that COVID helped my marriage. He said, because I and my husband, we married without cutting, without anything. Just because I used to know him in markets, I buy things for him, and we just marry like that. And she now said, the challenges of the early marriage. So once every morning the husband will go out for business, come back late. He said, but during COVID, they shut down, everybody stay in your house for the first 2 weeks. He said they were forced to know each other. You wake up, you look at it's me. I look at it's him. So that 1 month of shutting down, he said that helped me to understand my husband and my husband to understand me better. So it is important. You don't rush. You don't rush. There are discussions you don't rush. A man said, if your wife wakes you up at the middle of the night and say, honey, I have something to tell you, say, please pay attention. Don't just shut her off. I want to sleep. Say, pay attention. And no, there are discussions that you can rush, but there are discussions that if it is not ironed, please don't let it go. Because when you rush through marriages, when you rush through important discussion, there is a potential danger that is awaiting for you. Also, in number 3 reason why the Titanic sank, they said it's miscommunication about the eyes warning. Ignoring or misunderstanding warnings can lead to disaster. I keep telling people, I say 90% of the thing that broke down marriage were the problem that was there from the beginning, but was ignored. You know that this guy smokes. You know that this guy is not a Christian. You know that this guy does not believe what you believe the way you believe it. You know that she does not believe what you believe the way she believes it. And she's telling you, and you are telling him, when I marry her, she will change. When I marry him, he will change. A man that cannot change, a woman that cannot change in order to marry you can never change when you are married. You saw red signs, red flags that this young man, in fact, imagine whereby a guy you said is your boyfriend is already slapping you in public and you still went ahead to marry that. Are you mad? If a guy that is not committed to you, that is not married, can slap you in a public, even disgrace you in a public, do you think if you marry such guy or such lady, he or she will change? They ignore the warnings because by the time they were hitting some little ice on the water, when they saw that the water is full of ice, that is when they should have taken precaution. But they ignore the warning until the Titanic hit the big ice and that broke it to two. It was already late. Don't ignore, especially those of you that are single. Don't ignore. Whatever you cannot tolerate in marriage, please don't tolerate it in a whether it's a fiancé or in a dating period. And when you see what you cannot tolerate in marriage, don't end up with that guy. Please, it's important. Number 4, inadequate training for crew members. Lack of preparation and training can hinder effective response. In marriage, not investing in personal growth, counseling, or marriage education can leave couple ill-equipped to navigate the challenges of life. What do I mean? I once have a family friend. Immediately after their wedding, I invited her for a program I do host monthly. He now told me that what do I need it for? I'm already married. What do I need marriage seminar for? Already married. I ignored her. Few months after, she was running to me for counseling. I said, I don't do one-on-one counseling. These are the things I teach every month. If you need it, you come there. How can you imagine somebody telling me because I'm married, I don't need marriage seminar again? Because I'm married, I don't need to read marriage books because you are married. When you read marriage books, my wife was sharing with me a story of an American lady. He said the lady, when they got married, the husband was in money. He said, but few months, years down the line, he said things changed. That he was almost running out of his family. He said, but he sought help. He didn't see help. He said he decided to seek for knowledge. He said he was looking for she read every book that speaks about marriage, starting from the Bible. He said after reading and through reading that, she realized the solution to their marriage. He said today, she's enjoying the marriage. Lack of training. Many marriages collapse because couples don't grow together. I was speaking with my daughter and my wife this morning. I was using some terminology from guidance and counseling course. And there was what I said, my wife heard me and said, see the importance of education. You're married to a woman that has first degree, first master, PGD, and third master. And you're telling me that there is no need for me to develop myself. Is it every time I will be, after speaking, they will call me in order to tell me where you use is and where you use are. Is not correct. And apart from the building of the English, in exposure, in understanding, couples need to. It's not a crime that you marry somebody that is not exposed, but it's a crime that you left her or left him behind. Both of you must keep growing. You must keep training yourself so that when I know some people don't go out as couple because they say, I can't imagine carrying my wife to meet my colleagues. I can't imagine carrying my husband to meet my colleagues where we will be in a cocktail party that the order of the day, hugging or whatever. It's nothing. And my husband will be one side and be doing, and when you come back, he said, hey, you went there to kiss everybody. But you need to grow together so that you will be on the same pedestal, so that will help you. Training does not end because you have married. Counseling does not end because you are married. In fact, it is the married that need counseling more. Let me say this in closing. Do you know that to maintain a building, to maintain a structure is more costly than obtaining it? I can hit 10 million and decide to go and buy a car of 5 million. But will I be able to get in 10 million annually? Because there comes a time that car will keep taking money from me. By the time it keep taking money as a maintenance, if you don't have the money, that car you bought as a fund will turn out to become a pain in your flesh. Marriage entered required upgrading, required updating, required constant training, required seminars, reading books together, communicating together to know your lapses and how you can keep coupling to grow for effective and better married life. Thank you so much. I hope to see you again. And maybe when I see you again, I will share the remaining 5 points from this research. God bless you. I love you. See you some other time. Bye.